Yo!
Today is March 20th. We are on pages 40 and 41. It's day 1, and we have our features article on Keukenhof, the Garden of Europe.
呀，我们今天要带各位去哪里呢？我们去欧洲，我们到荷兰去。那我们今天呢是这个专题特写的单元，我们要介绍的主题呢是春天限定欧洲花园库肯霍夫，好 ，Keukenhof。
So our subtitle today is Enjoy Beautiful Flowers in This Historic Garden. So a historic garden means it's old and famous, and that sounds strange, like it's a garden. Why is it famous? If you look at Keukenhof, it's really beautiful. It's like, wow, this looks like heaven.
没错，我们来看一下副标题里面这个重要的字汇，叫做 historic。historic 这个字呢，它本身你会想说，那跟那个 history 有没有关系？有，但是呢，跟它有另外一个字 historical。但是如果你用 historic 这个字的话，它代表它一定很重要，在历史上的那种历史性的这种重要时刻。所以在这边他提到的是 enjoy beautiful flowers in this historic garden。好，它是历史性的这种花园。可以在这个地方，你除了看到非常非常多的花朵之外，你可以感受一下它历史上的演变。
All right, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have paragraph 1.
Keukenhof, the Garden of Europe. In colder parts of the world, the beginning of spring is a beautiful sight. The winter chill starts to leave, and plants start to bloom. Spring is the perfect time to visit flower gardens like Keukenhof, which is located in the Netherlands. In the 15th century, the area was used to supply food for a castle. People planted fruits and vegetables and hunted for meat. For this reason, it was known as Guggentuin, or kitchen garden in Dutch. As time went on, different people owned the land and made changes to it. In 1641, a large manor house was built and named Keukenhof. Today, this house is known as Keukenhof Castle. More than 200 years later, the garden area was redesigned in an English style. This garden design from the 19th century is still the main layout of Keukenhof today. Keukenhof is more than a simple garden. It is a park that spans around 79 acres. In 1949, a group of flower bulb growers set up the park to help advertise their flowers. Keukenhof was first opened to the public in 1950 and was a huge success. More than 200,000 people visited the park during its first year. Now, it receives more than 1 million visitors per year.
Okay, let's start paragraph 1. Anthony, what's your favorite month? Go!
3 No, March. 我想到3月，3在讲什么东西
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Your favorite month is March?
March.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
主要原因是因为觉得好像是春天来了吧。
Okay. I like October because I love the fall. Halloween is awesome. And then you have Thanksgiving in November, Christmas.
That makes sense.
Just the fall, especially in America, is so good. I hate like February and March in America. In Taiwan, March is wonderful because spring is warm and lovely. Where I'm from, the north, dude, March is terrible. It's still cold. It's like extra winter. It's winter overtime. 冬天的加班. It's terrible. It's cold and wet. You want it to be warm, but no. Maybe it's going to snow tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow it will be 15 degrees, and then tomorrow it will be 2 degrees.
难怪
The worst.
没错，老师呢，他自己是住在水牛城，在水牛城长大。那个时候，水牛城的3月其实刚好是那个雪快要融化，然后融化的时候特别的冷，甚至比冬天还要冷的时候。所以你在问不同的人最喜欢的这个季节的时候，你会 得到很多很多资讯。像3月的这种台湾，基本上已经春暖花开了，还蛮舒服的。可是，在水牛城呢，冷死了。
Terrible time of year. Okay, but it's nice in spring, or in Taiwan. Yeah. Okay, let's go to paragraph 1. In colder parts of the world, the beginning of spring is a beautiful sight. Pick up your pen and look at the word beginning. We have begin, ning. Underline the 2 N's.
没错，所以的话要特别注意 beginning。如果说有 ing 的情况，你要重复字尾 n 再加 ing。好，所以这边的话，我们看第一句话，他说 In colder parts of the world， 在世界上比较寒冷的地方，像是 Chris 老师这个住在美国的时候，对不对？春天的开始呢，是个美丽的景象。The beginning of spring, don't forget the double N, is a beautiful sight。好，非常美丽的景象。
The winter chill starts to leave and plants start to bloom. Okay, here is something I like about spring, okay? So in spring in America, it's very cold for a very long time. 然后终于 it's like 10 degrees. So it's still cold. In Taiwan, 10 degrees is very cold. But because it was -5, -10, 10 degrees feels good. So you open all the windows in your house. It's like 10 degrees. You wear shorts. You open your car windows because like 好几个月没有办法。
没错，所以说就算是那种10度的天气，在台湾可能是很冷，对不对？可是在美国的话是零下10度啊，这样慢慢突然好不容易这个温度恢复到10度了。然后他就开始开窗啦，穿着短裤短袖，然后摇下这个车窗等等，然后去感受一下，哇，这个风真的好温暖啊！但是才只有10度而已。
真的 ，It's still really cold, but you're okay. It feels good. Also, look how old I am. This is opening the window.
对，
年轻人，你们不懂
你们不懂这是在干什么，对不对？非常好。
Spring is the perfect time to visit flower gardens like Keukenhof, which is located in the Netherlands.
好，我们来看一下下面这句话哦，他就说 Spring is the perfect time， 好，春天是最完美的时刻 to visit flower gardens， 好，去看一看这些美丽的花园 ，like Keukenhof， 就是我们今天这个花园，像是这个今天这个花园就是很好的例子 ，which is located in the Netherlands。好，这个地方特别注意一下，如果你提到荷兰这个地方的话，你有2个名字，一个呢可以叫做 the Netherlands。好，要加 s， 要加 the。另外一个是 Holland 不加 the， 也没有 s， 然后特别注意一下这2种这种名字。
Nether means low and land means 2D. But when we talk about L-A-N-D-S in a country name, 那个 A 会发短 I. So the Netherlands, 你可以写一个短 I like its or insect.
没错。
In the 15th century, the area was used to supply food for a castle. Now, supply means like to give. It literally means to fill in Latin.
原来这个字 supply 本身的意思是提供嘛，对不对？在拉丁文里头就是 to fill， 就是把它装满的意思。所以这整句话说 in the 15th century， 在15世纪的时候呢 the area was used to supply food for a castle。这个地方呢，其实主要是提供城堡来提供食物的一个所在。
People planted fruits and vegetables and hunted for meat.
好，他告诉你说了 ，People planted fruits and vegetables and hunted for meat。好，很多时候就在这个地方呢，去种植一些蔬菜啦、水果啦 ，and hunted for meat。好，另外再去猎食这些动物啊，去获取肉类。这边特别注意一下 fruits and vegetables。如果说我们今天讲到蔬果的时候，你有机会提到 fruit 单数 and vegetables， 或者是 fruits 复数 and vegetables。fruit 可以加 s， 可以不加 s， 但是 vegetables 一定要加 s。
That's right. And we don't say vegetables and fruits. 一定先说 fruit 才是 vegetable. When we say hunted for meat, only the rich people or like the hunter, like his official job was the hunter, only they could go. Not everyone could go to hunt for deer or meat in the forest. In fact, a lot of people went to jail in the past for illegal hunting.
所以说今天打猎的话，只有这种贵族啦，或是专业的猎人才能打猎。 如果说一般老百姓去打猎的话，就会被视为是 illegal hunting， 好，就是这种非法的这种狩猎，然后都会被抓去关。
For this reason, it was known as koken or kitchen garden in Dutch. Now, we don't actually know what they grew in this kitchen garden, but we do know what most people grew in their gardens here. So, for example, we think there were probably carrots and cabbage, onions and peas. They might have parsley, thyme, mint, and like apples and pears. And this sounds really delicious.
啊，没错，老师说呢，就虽然我们不知道在当初的时候 Keukenhof 这个地方他们种的是什么，但那个年代一般人在这个花园里头种的，一般是我们常常吃到的这种胡萝卜啦，或者像是 cabbage 好，那种包心菜啦这些东西 ，onions 洋葱啊。那如果说今天提到香料的话，老师刚刚有提到像是荷兰芹 parsley、thyme 啊 ，thyme 的话是那个好像是叫做百里香嘛。然后呢，还有一些这种香料嘛，还有一些 mint， 好，就是那个薄荷。那除了这个之外的话，还会配上一些其他的
apples
就是苹果啦，或是梨呀这种东西。
That's right. It took me a very long time to find that information, so I had to share it. What do they grow here?
对，没错，我要拼命记说他刚刚讲了些什么，我的妈呀！所以这边的话可以顺便知道一下，他这边提到说 ，for this reason， 也因为这个关系呢，好，这个文章里面提到说 ，it was known as koken， 好，这个是荷兰文，我可能念的不是很准 ，I'm butchering the language， 好 ，or kitchen garden in Dutch， 好，在这个荷兰语中其实就是怎么样？ Kitchen garden 就是所谓的厨房花园。
All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to have paragraph 2. Hey friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 40, 41, and we're talking about Keukenhof. This is the Garden of Europe. It's a springtime garden. Let's learn why this place is special. As time went on, different people owned the land and made changes to it.
好，我们来看这一段的第一句话，他告诉你说 ，as time went on， 好，你可以想象这个地方可能是入住的人，好，可能不断的换手啊，等等，对不对 ？As time went on， 好，随着时间的推移呢 ，different people owned the land， 好，不同的人，好，来拥有这块土地 ，and made changes to it。好，这个地方它就是，我今天到这个庄园来了，我买了这个土地，我呢就要做点改变，然后每个人都改变一点点，所以它的这个不同的时期会有不同的样貌。
In 1641, a large manor house, usually we just say manor, a large manor house was built and named Keukenhof. So a manor is a very big house in the country, and it also has lands.In the past, those were almost always gardens.
啊，没错，所以说今天提到 manor M-A-N-O-R manor 这个字的时候，其实很多时候你会想到说是一个大房子，然后旁边有很大的土地，那些土地呢，往往都是用来做成这个像是花园啦，或者是做一些种植的这种东西。所以这句话就说了，1641年的时候呢 ，a large manor house was built， 好，他们在这个地方盖了一个很大的庄园。然后呢 ，and named Keukenhof， 好，把它称之为我们今天讲到的这个库肯霍夫这个名字。
So you might know another word that sounds like manor, this big house, and that's manners, M-A-N-N-E-R-S. So someone might say, don't be rude, mind your manners. Your manners, 那个有 A 加 S 的话 this means like the rules to be polite.
啊，没错，所以如果说你听到这个 manner 这个声音，还有可能是另外一个字叫做 M-A-N-N-E-R 加 S，manners 就是礼貌礼仪，像 table manners 就是餐桌礼仪。
Yeah, and you need an S. We don't say a manner, that's wrong.
没错。
Today, this house is known as Keukenhof Castle. Okay.
好，所以要到时至今日呢 ，this house is known as Keukenhof Castle。所以到现在的时候，这个庄园呢，依然被称之为库肯霍夫城堡。哎，这个名字是留下来了。
Now, people love to visit Keukenhof, the garden, but you can't visit Keukenhof Castle.
啊，如果说今天大家知道这个花园，但是你不能够去造访这个城堡哦。
Because it's someone's house.
没错，因为
Someone lives there.
人家坐在那边嘛，你不能说，哎，我进来了，不行。
Hey, who are you? It's Chris Gorski. More than 200 years later, the garden area was redesigned in an English style. So they took this Dutch garden and they made it more like the gardens in England.
所以这边的话，你看这边他说 more than 200 years later， 我那时候去查一下，他是1641年的时候，他是建了这个庄园嘛。后来到了1857年的时候，他们开始改建了。The garden area was redesigned， 好，重新这种设计过了 in an English style， 它是用一种英式风格去重新设计这个花园。
Okay, so what's an English style garden? First, let's talk about what Keukenhof originally was. It was just big squares and gardens. There were maybe diamonds and gardens. That was it. An English garden was more like a forest park. Like if you go to Da'an Forest Park in Taipei, the roads are very windy. There are lots of trees. And it feels like more like natural, like forest walking instead of a garden.
所以说原本的这种荷兰式的这种建筑的话，本来可能就是一个方的啦，或是像是那种那个钻石型的这种情况。但是呢，如果说今天变成是一个英式风格的话，不妨想象一下，老师刚刚提到的是大安森林公园，然后里面可能有小河，是那种蜿蜒的小河，感觉上是比较像是一个自然形态的森林公园，而不像是那种人工做出来的。这就是英式风格的一个这种特别的样貌。
That's right. And people in England started making this style because they thought if people could go have fun exercising, they would drink less beer and fight. This is true.
原来是这样，所以当初就做出这些风格，大家喜欢在这个自然生活环境里面去做的话，就不会没事去喝酒，然后跟人家打架。好，这样的话会变得比较治安会比较好一点。
So what happened? People would drink and fight in the parks. I'm 100% serious.
所以这种话没有想到，对不对？希望是希望，但是呢，现实是骨感的。好，所以大家还是喝酒，还是打架，只是在非常漂亮、很美丽的地方互相打架。
This is a true story. This garden design from the 19th century is still the main layout of Keukenhof today.
好，所以他告诉你说了，文章就讲到说 ，This garden design from the 19th century， 好，它从19世纪，就是1857年之后，对不对 ？Is still the main layout of Keukenhof today。这个 layout 意思就是它的格局依然保持了1857年之后的这种建筑的那种形态，它没有再做太多的更动了。
All right, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we got paragraph 3. Hey everyone, we're back with more Enjoy English School. We're on pages 40 and 41, 42, 43. Let's begin our final paragraph. Keukenhof is more than a simple garden. It is a park that spans around 79 acres. That's a lot.
Yeah, 我们来看一下这一段的第一句话，他告诉你说 Keukenhof is more than a simple garden. 它可不是一般的花园，这个简单的花园哦。It is a park that spans around 79 acres. 它是79英亩的这种公园，好，非常非常大，非常非常大的一个公园。
When something spans, we're talking about the full length from one end to one end. Span. In 1949, a group of flower bulb growers set up the park to help advertise their flowers. And there's even a flower bulb market there today. You can buy your own flowers at Keukenhof. That's awesome.
没错，他下一句就告诉你说，1949年的时候怎么样？一群 a group of flower bulb growers。这个 flower bulb， 这个 bulb， 你看到这个 bulb 会想到会不会是那个灯泡那个 light bulb 那个 bulb？ 没错，它那个形状有点像。它这边讲的是那种球茎，尤其是这种一群球茎的花卉种植者呢 ，set up the park to help advertise their flowers。他就想办法创了这个园区来去宣传他们所卖的这个花卉。
Bulb, light bulb, and ball are all the Latin word for chill. It's the same word. Ball, bulb. They sound the same. Keukenhof was first opened to the public in 1950 and was a huge success.
没错，还告诉你说了 ，Keukenhof was first open to the public， Be open to the public 就是开始对外公开让大家可以来参观花钱买票进来参访这个花园。它当初呢是在1950年代的时候开放的，对外开放。然后呢 was a huge success 非常非常受欢迎，非常非常成功。
There's also a cool Dutch windmill there. Like Holland is famous for its windmill. But do you know what windmills actually do? Well, windmills, they help dry the land. We know the Netherlands is below the sea and they need to get rid of water. And so the windmills will help pull water out of the area and it helps dry the land. And when the windmill turns, it also makes like flour for bread. That's pretty cool, man.
没错，老师刚刚讲这个 flour 不是我们说的花哦，指的是 flour 是面粉。所以这边老师刚刚提到这个风车啊，它有很多的功能。如果说现在风车在移动的时候，它可以试着把这个地上的这种低地的那种水，把它抽出去，抽到外面去。大家知道荷兰的地势很低嘛，很多水，有点像帮浦一样，把水抽出去，这是它第一个功能。另外一个功能呢，就是去把那个麦子把它磨成这种面粉 flour， 它的拼法是 Flour， 听起来很像是花，对不对？但事实上这边讲的是面粉哦。
All right, let's continue to our final two sentences. More than 200,000 people visited the park during its first year. Xiaoxin, remember in English, we only read 3 numbers. 不要说 20 something or other, like 21, or don't say that. It's 200. 3个数字3个数字3个数字 200, 那个逗号是 1,000. 200,000.
没错，所以在这个文字的数字转换上面 200,000 就是20万，你不要想到20，然后呢就直接想20，这样不行。像我刚刚很好笑，讲到3月的时候讲到3，就觉得很可爱的。只是说难免在交换的时候过程当中你会想一下，但这边的话20万，你要想到先把20乘以10，先讲200，再讲 1,000， 这样就可以把它表达出来。所以他这边讲说 ，More than 200,000 people visited the park during its first year。1950年第一年开放的时候，就有20万人造访。然后呢 ，Now it receives more than 1 million visitors per year。每年呢有超过100万人造访哦。现代化也是非常非常受欢迎的。
Did I read that sentence yet?
Oh, no.
Our next sentence is, now it receives more than 1 million visitors per year. That's okay. Let's just make sure. So, yeah, man, this is a beautiful, it's pretty cool. So you go from like a regular garden to this really beautiful park for everyone to visit each spring. That's pretty great.
没错，每年的话都有很多人到这个地方来去感受一下春天的气息，这真的是很棒的一件事情。
All right, well, we are done for today, so we will start our extended 24-hour break, but we'll be back tomorrow with day 2 of Keukenhof. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Antony.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.